A big story today. The government is expected, we're hearing this from our sources, the government is expected to begin a long-delayed census, an official survey of the country's population in 2025 after a 4-year delay owing to the COVID pandemic. The census, the national census, which assesses India's population, typically conducted every 10 years to update the national population register, was scheduled for 2021 but had to be postponed due to the COVID pandemic. Now the census cycle is also expected to change because of this delay. Following the census, the delimitation of Lok Sabha seats, that is, spreading them around, increasing the number of Lok Sabha seats probably, will commence. And this exercise is likely to be completed by 2028, according to sources. Well, this big development comes amidst demands from several opposition parties for, remember, a caste census. However, the government has not yet made a decision, and details of the census process on what exactly will be asked of respondents is yet to be made public. So we don't know if a national caste census will be part of the larger population census. Sources also say that next year's census may also survey subsects within the general and SC/ST categories. Meanwhile, the opposition India bloc has hit out at the Modi government, alleging that Modi's refusal on a caste census was a betrayal of OBCs. Remember, Modi himself is an OBC.
मांग किया था ओबीसी कास्ट सेंसस का, और राहुल गांधी जी इसलिए मांग कर रहे थे कि मीन्स न्याय मिलने के लिए। और अभी ये खबर आया, मोदी जी ने खुद उनका सरकार ने ये इतना बड़ा अरेगेंट मूव ले ली है, इस बार जातीय जनगणना करने वाले नहीं। इसमें एक बहुत बड़ी चीज यही है, आरएसएस और टीडीपी और जेडीयू अभी क्या कहेंगे, और उनका वो लोगों का साथ रहेंगे और सत्ता के लिए मोदी का ये अरेगेंट डिसीजन का साथ रहेंगे।
There is no caste census report. There is only a socio-economic survey report by the Backward Class Commission. And that I'm not sure if it is going to be placed before the cabinet as an additional subject. But there is no caste census as such, right? We don't have the power to do caste census. Whether it's in devolution of taxes, whether it is right allocation in the 16th Finance Commission, or whether it is in delimitation process, please consider how we have ensured better governance, how we have absorbed more migration, how we are propelling the nation economically. Whatever, let us have a conversation. What prevented the Modi government from having a census on schedule?
जब डेवलपमेंट जब चलते रहता है तो कई समाज के कई हिस्से पीछे रह जाते हैं, पर अलग अलग रीजन से होते हैं। हम किसी एक रीजन दो रीजन के लिए नहीं होते। उसके लिए जरूरी है हम कि पता करें कि कौन सा समाज पिछड़ा रह गया, कौन से समाज को जो है दिक्कतें आ रहे हैं, कौन से समाज में जो हम एक्सेस टू एजुकेशन, एक्सेस टू गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स, एक्सेस टू लैंड, तो ये सब नहीं मिल रहा है। तो उन जब ये बातें सामने आएंगी तो आने वाले गवर्नमेंट्स को पॉलिसीज और प्रोग्राम्स और टारगेटेड डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए सुविधा होगी। इसीलिए हमारा डिमांड है कास्ट सेंसस का। भाजपा क्लियर करे, सेंसर करवाएगी या कास्ट सेंसस करवाएगी।
Let's go straight across to India today. It's Piyush Mishra who's been tracking this story. Piyush, this could become a very big developing story in the run-up to 2025 with the national census likely to be conducted. At that time, no official confirmation just yet. But the idea of a caste census being part of it is likely to become a major flashpoint. In fact, the opposition has already begun talking about it. Any sense of whether that is the thought process of the government right now?
Well, she will rightly mention that the topic of caste census has become the most interesting one, because the opposition political parties have started questioning government over this. Remember that today in the morning itself, when the news reports came that the government is likely to conduct a census next year, at the time itself, the Congress party had asked the government of conducting a caste census, and if it is not doing so, then it is going to betray the OBC communities. This is what the Congress party had alleged. But at the same time, it is also important to note that the news reports have suggested and various government sources have told us that government is likely to do the census next year. As of now, the caste census is not in the mind of government, and in fact, they have not taken a decision on conducting caste census. Not only the opposition political parties shift, there are various allied partners of NDA like LJP and JDU. Even they are of the view that caste census should take place. In fact, JDU has gone on to say that nationwide caste census should happen. Earlier, it was done in Bihar, where it has actually helped in strengthening the weaker section of the society. And LJP is also saying the same thing, where they are saying that it should happen, but the data should not be made public.
Piyush, thanks very much for getting us that update. We'll track it. Hopefully an official word of confirmation from the government about for 2025 being the year when it will be conducted will also take place.